let's talk about programming and how your past affects your future and your now. Programming is something that happened in the past, whether it happened to you, for you, against you, whatever it is. Let's talk about negative programming. Maybe it was a trauma. Maybe it was just something someone said that started you into this belief system, okay? Whatever it was, it's programming. Could come from your parents, from your siblings, from old friends, from old teachers. I have so much old programming that I had to get rid of from teachers in the past, okay? Let's talk about how it affects today, okay? So something comes up today in your business or in your life that triggers you without you even knowing it, and therefore you have a reaction, okay? And it's a negative reaction. Now, you make that negative reaction. Think about how that negative reaction is going to affect you in 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years. If you continue to respond in a negative way that you did. So, for example, I'm trying to think of a good example. I should have thought about it before I clicked record. You reach out to a customer or potential. Okay, you get brave and you reach out and they say no. That triggers your old programming that when someone says no, they don't like you. Because maybe back in middle school, you asked to sit at the lunch table with the cool kids and they said no. And that meant they didn't like you. And that, trigger or domino effect affected your middle school and high school career. Okay? So when someone says no, they don't like you. So then, what's your response? Okay, I got brave. It didn't work. This business isn't going to work for me. I'm a fraud. I failed. What does that do for you 5 hours from now? Well, it pulls you down, right? You're not going to have a good rest of the day. How about 5 months from now when you've given up and you still have that programming that when someone tells you no, it means they don't like you? 5 years from now, how well are you going to be living with that energy? Your old programming affects your decisions today on how to respond, which then impacts your future. And there is the science of woo-woo. Okay? There are equal parts science and woo-woo. Okay? My woo-woo is God. You choose your woo-woo, okay? Do you understand how, if you do not undo negative programming, what's happened in the past, if you do not fix it, it comes into the only moment that you have control of, which I've told you before is right now in this moment. And if you don't get a handle on the programming, guess what? You're speaking it into the future. Does that resonate? Does that marinate? Does it make sense? I hope so. So, Suzanne, how do I undo this programming? Well, the first thing you need to do is pay attention. So many of you are on autopilot in your thoughts. And you're shocked when I call you out on them. You're like, wait. I'm like, yeah. Look how you spiral as soon as you open your eyes. Guys, I am not an expert. This is stuff I have to work on every single day. And we will have to work on this until the day we die. Okay? You have got to manage your thoughts. And when something triggers you, instead of reacting, go, okay, this prospect told me no. And it's triggering me and making me spiral. Why? Okay, Interesting. That's why. Throw it up on a whiteboard, your mental whiteboard, and go, okay, she said no. This triggered me into I'm a failure. Why? Well, back in middle school, I remember feeling like I wasn't liked. Well, why did I feel that way? Well, so-and-so wouldn't go to the dance with me, and so-and-so wouldn't, told me no at the lunch table, and no judgment, no shame. Just throw it on the whiteboard as if you are breaking down someone's scenario, someone else's. The number one thing you can do to change your life is to pay more attention to the current moment. What you're feeling, how you're being triggered. If you're being triggered, it's a moment of growth. It's a moment to grow. Don't look at it as, that's my trigger, that's my trigger. No shit, Sherlock. I try not to say that anymore. I have to, think about, okay, in my head, that's my trigger. How am I going to grow from it? How am I going to change it so it's no longer a negative program? Get rid of the viruses, right? Okay, guys, hope this resonated. Hope this makes sense. I hope this is going to download or upload okay. I'm going to go get some water time. Let me show you. And it's so cold, guys. It's probably like real feel in the teens, but I need to be around the water for a minute. So if it gets really windy, that's why. It's like 25 degrees and windy. Let's see if we can show you. You ready? Here we go. Isn't she cute? Okay, guys. So, isn't it pretty? That guy's still down there. Okay, so right in here, in that mountain, I like to go hiking, and there's like this bowl. You see that right there? And it is the coolest. There's actually a rock right there that you can sit on, and it is just about the coolest energy flow. So I encourage you guys to get outside today. I put seniors in this water and taken their pictures. I encourage you guys to get outside today, and I encourage you to be more aware of your responses so that you can break that negative programming. Don't get overwhelmed. Pick one thing, okay? Oh, look at this. Love you guys.